Hey, Spurs fans, welcome to another video here on the channel. Your definitive source for everything happening at Tottenham Hotspur, with analysis, opinion, and that keen insight you can only find here. Today's topic is hot. Tottenham has entered the race for one of the Premier League's most promising players. The target, a defender valued at almost £60 million who could be the key to strengthening our defense, especially given the uncertainty surrounding Christian Romero. Want to know who he is and how the negotiations are going? Come with me. Tottenham have begun talks with Bournemouth with a view to signing 22-year-old Ukrainian defender Ilia Zabari, considered a defensive gem with consolidated experience in the Premier League. Zabari emerges as a priority name in the Spurs' search for reinforcements for the defensive sector. The move comes amid uncertainty over Christian Romero's future, and the clubs need to ensure solidity for next season. Bournemouth is asking for around €70 million, about £59.50 million so far. Tottenham is the only English club willing to pay the full amount demanded. However, PSG leads the competition and has already had offers rejected. Talks are still in the early stages, but there is optimism in London that progress is possible. Zabari, for his part, has shown interest in playing in the Champions League, which could be decisive. The possible arrival of Zabari at Tottenham has already begun to stir the sports press. Sky Sports analysts point out that the defender has one of the most complete profiles among young Premier League defenders, combining physical presence, good game reading, and composure with the ball at his feet. Former players such as Jamie Carragher have publicly praised the Ukrainian on other occasions, calling him a hidden gem outside the Big Six on social media. Spurs fans are divided. While some celebrate the interest in a promising talent, others question the high investment, especially without guarantees of Champions League football next season. The mood is one of anticipation, and the community is already beginning to debate whether it is worth betting big on Zabari. If the deal goes ahead, Zabari's arrival could bring immediate changes to Tottenham's plans, with Christian Romero being targeted by other clubs and struggling physically in recent seasons. The young Ukrainian would emerge as a starter, or, at the very least, a key part of the defensive rotation. The club also needs to consider the busy schedule ahead, including Premier League commitments, domestic cups, and, possibly, European tournaments. The fact that PSG is still in the running maintains the climate of uncertainty. Everything may depend on who makes the next offer, and how much the player himself values the Premier League over the Parisian project. Internally, Tottenham's board believes that Bournemouth's firm stance can be overcome with time. The next few days should be decisive. Ilia Zabari, 22, already has more experience than many veteran defenders. Discovered by Dynamo Kyiv and a starter for the Ukrainian national team from a young age, the defender caught Bournemouth's attention in 2023 when he was signed as part of the club's rebuilding plan. Since then, Zabari has been a key player in the Cherries' defense, standing out for his tactical maturity and solid defensive statistics, including interceptions, tackles, and aerial duels won. His style is modern, with good vertical passing, positioning awareness, and an imposing physique. Although still developing, he is already seen as a defender with the potential to become a key player at bigger clubs. Tottenham's interest demonstrates a bet on the future, but also an attempt to solve a present problem to give more consistency to the defensive system, which was unstable at many points last season. The possible signing of Zabari reveals a bolder stance by Tottenham's board, investing heavily in a young player who has already been tested in the Premier League. It is a move that carries risks, yes, especially given the high value involved, but it also shows long-term vision. The club is not only reacting to Romero's possible departure, but trying to anticipate a problem that has long been a concern: the lack of depth and stability in defense. If the sporting project is well sold to the player, and if Bournemouth agrees to negotiate, Tottenham could be bringing in not only a reinforcement, but a defensive pillar for the coming seasons. It is still early days, but the interest in Zabari signals that the club is paying attention to the right market and willing to compete with the big boys. So, fans, will Tottenham make the right move and secure Zabari before the European competition? This saga promises to heat up in the coming days, and of course, you can follow everything here on the channel. So leave your like, subscribe if you haven't already, and activate the bell so you don't miss any updates on this deal and much more. From the Spurs. We continue together, believing in a more solid future for our club. Stay tuned. Something big is coming.